What's good, everybody? This is your boy, Mr. Joystick 85, and today I'm going to do a video, and it's not going to be an unboxing, but today we're going to talk about Mortal Kombat 11. Get over here! Yeah! Alright, so first of all, I want to give a shout out to one of my subscribers. It go by the name of Lego My Huevos. It's spelled LEGGOMYHUEVOS. He does gameplay videos, so basically he does live streaming of the newest and latest games to come. And he just check him out. He has a good channel, and just look at his videos and you will be entertained. Now let's get to this Mortal Kombat 11, shall we? So basically, this video is going to be about my top 5 guest characters that I would love to see on this game, man. Shout out to Ed Boon, you're doing your thing, man. And Injustice 2 and Mortal Kombat X will be on the Wall of Fame. Believe that. And if you get at least a few of these characters that I'm about to name on this game here, then this game is going to be on the Wall of Fame as well. More likely, it's probably going to end up on the Wall of Fame because a few of the guest characters that's going to be on here are more likely going to show up because there's been rumors and everything. And anytime that you have rumors like this, usually they come true. Like, for instance, Mortal Kombat X, it was rumors of Jason Voorhees going to be on there, and he ended up showing up. And I think Mortal Kombat 9, it was Freddy Krueger, right? If I'm not mistaken. But anyway, let's get to this list. Now, I'm doing the top 5, okay? I'm not going to include the characters that we more likely is going to show up in the game. And I'm going to go ahead and mention those real quick. Number 1, we have Michael Myers. We know he's going to show up. He's not going to be on my top 5 list. We know that Pennywise, the clown from It, because It got another movie coming out this year, which is It Chapter 2. So we already know them two guys are going to be on the game, more likely. That would be a welcome addition to the franchise. That would be real nice. But I am going to do my top 5 picks, okay? Starting with number 5. Now, this character I'm about to mention actually has a movie coming up. And it's coming out this year. He actually have a TV series coming up as well, but he has a remake coming up, and he goes by the name of Chucky. Now, I know people are going to be like, wait a minute, Chucky? Yes, and for my top 5, most of the characters on my top 5, or damn near all of them, is going to be horror icons because I am a big horror movie fan. I was raised on horror movies. Even as a kid, I used to love watching horror movies. So I'm a big horror movie fanatic. So at least 3 out of the 5 are going to be horror icons, basically. So we have Chucky. He's going to be number 5 because I know that more than likely he's probably not going to be in the game. But he will be a welcome addition because it's something new. Now, it's something new, but at the same time, not so much. Not so much. And I'm going to tell you why. Now, we already know that Chucky is like a midget because he's a doll. He's a good guy doll. But just think about it. Just think about the many ways you could, like, remember the old school game called Terrordrome? Some of the characters I'm going to list, like a couple more, are already on that game, but that was for PC, and that was for like years ago. A lot of people don't even know about Terrordrome, but yeah. So Chucky is going to be one of them, and the reason why I say he's a welcome addition and he's something new is for the simple fact that for the guys on my subscription, you remember Tekken 3? Remember as a bonus character you had that little dinosaur? I forgot his name. I gotta do some more research on that because I had Tekken 3 as a kid, growing up. And I remember I unlocked him, and he was so much fun to play. He was an orange little dinosaur, and he was like one of the best. It was crazy how he fought. It was just like you try to punch him, but you had to kind of like get down low. And some of his moves are pretty good, But he was like a little character, and I feel like Chucky would be something like that. It would be something new and exciting. That's number 5. Number 4, we have I'm going to go ahead and say Pinhead from the Hellraiser series. Now, I am a big fan of Hellraiser. I love Hellraiser. My favorite one was Hellraiser 2 and Hellraiser 3, Hell on Earth. I love that. And it was, Hellraiser's the shit. So, hey, I can't get mad about that. So, Pinhead would be, and the thing about Pinhead, his moves would be kind of like how the Ninja Turtles was. Remember how the Ninja Turtles brought in their friends to help out? Like, like when you press that circle button, their little move, when they came in, they attacked you or whatever. But just think about it. Wouldn't Hellraiser actually have Cenobites? That was like his minions, the Cenobites. So you press a certain button, and every now and then the Cenobite will come out to attack the opponent. I mean, that would make sense. It would be kind of like the Ninja Turtles in a way, but of course in a more glorious fashion. All right. So that's number 5 is Chucky. Number 4, we have Pinhead. And of course, Pinhead would be gangster with them chains. Ooh-wee. Just imagine the fatalities in that. Number 3, I am going to have to go with Candyman. And because I'm not like a fan of Candyman, but Candyman is awesome though. And just think about the dialogue between him and Jax and how, 2 black guys, one, and then think about like this, his fatality, maybe even in his moves, he got them killer bees and he got that hook. So it's a lot of things you can do with Candyman. He was also on Terrordrome, by the way. Number 2. Number 2, of course, is going to be Spawn. We all love Spawn. We all want Spawn. And we all been wanting Spawn since the first Injustice, I believe. I've been wanting Spawn since Injustice 2. And people want Spawn on Mortal Kombat 9, but I want him in Injustice 2. But he would be a better fit for the Mortal Kombat universe for the simple fact that in the comics he was a superhero, but he was like an anti-superhero in a way, but the comics were very gory. So I would have to go with Spawn because I've been wanting Spawn since forever. And since Todd McFarlane, that dude, whoever made that tweet, will we ever get Spawn? Or will Spawn be in Mortal Kombat 11? Todd McFarlane did say, I believe he's on his way. So more than likely, we probably will get Spawn. I'm guessing Pennywise, Michael Myers, and Spawn will more than likely show up in Mortal Kombat 11. And number 1, this is my number 1 pick. This character may not show up in the game. He may or may not. It depends because you never know with Ed Boon. He always take a lot of twists and turns and stuff like that. But before I get to that character, just imagine the dialogue between Spawn and Pennywise. That would be gangster. Think about it like this. Soon, before the fight begins, Spawn looks at Pennywise and be like, "Oh, great, another clown." And then Pennywise goes, Pennywise says to Spawn, he said, not just any clown. I take many forms. And Spawn be like, yeah, just like the last prick. That would be a gangster ass dialogue. And that's, before the fight begins. Alright, so that goes for Spawn. Okay. So Spawn and Pennywise, oh yes, that would be nice. And number 1, this will get everybody trip. This will make everybody be like, wow, what the? I don't know if it'll be as shocking as the reveal of the Ninja Turtles was, but at the same time, I believe that it will be a pleasant surprise. My number 1 pick goes like this. Say, there's a guy walking through the forest, like a forest or whatever, and not say so-called a forest. The environment is something that you'll see pedestrians, walk by. He just walking. He has a suit on with a suitcase, minding his own business, and all of a sudden, Sub-Zero comes in, and Sub-Zero says to Scorpion, he says, "Hey, ready for round 2?" And Scorpion be like, "Yes, bring it on." So Scorpion they start fighting or whatever. It'd be like a brutal fight, and then what's his name? Scorpion brings out that spirit. Get over here! And then Scorpion jumps back, but when he jumps back, another like a frozen part of him comes, and the spear goes right through the frozen part of Sub-Zero, and then it just barely misses the guy in the suit, and he drops his suitcase, and all the papers fly out, and then he gets in front of Scorpion, and he looks at him, and he be like, "Say, asshole, what the fuck?" And Scorpion looks at him and be like, "You're who are you? You get out of the way. You're not ready for this." And it basically like, I'm after him, and you don't want this. You're just a regular guy. And the guy looks at Scorpion like, "Really though?" So he takes out of his back pocket, he pulls out this mask, and he puts it on his face. And there you have it. That was Stanley Ipkiss from The Mask. And I'm not talking about the Jim Carrey version. I'm talking about from the comic version, where it was real violent, very gory. So we can have The Mask on this motherfucker. Oh, that would be so throw. And just think about the dialogue. I mean, just think about how throw the fight would be between Pennywise the clown and the Mask himself. Because think about it. If you look at the comment section, the comic books, the Mask he had superpowers, and so does Pennywise. See, Pennywise, to me, he probably would kind of fight like, he would kind of reminds me of Scarecrow, and he would have his own, abilities or whatever. The Mask, though, just use your imagination and just picture Pennywise versus the Mask. That would be an incredible fight. And just think about it, when the Mask come into the scene of every fight, before he fights, his dialogue, they'd be like, "Who are you? You like, basically, you're just a regular dude. I will crush you. Like, this fight wouldn't even last a second." And he pulls out the mask on their asses, puts it on his face, and next all hell breaks loose. Alright guys, that is my top 5 for the guest characters for the Mortal Kombat 11. Alright, if you want to see more videos, please feel free to hit that like button. Please bring me more subscribers, and I'll see you later. Get over here!